Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus by Mary Shelley, is a classic Gothic novel published in 1818. It tells the story of Victor Frankenstein, a young scientist who creates a sentient being through an unorthodox and ambitious scientific experiment. The novel explores themes of creation, morality, and the consequences of playing God. The narrative begins with a series of letters from an Arctic explorer named Robert Walton to his sister, detailing his ambitious expedition and the loneliness he feels. Walton's ship becomes trapped in ice, and his crew discovers a man in distress on a sled. This man is Victor Frankenstein, and he begins to recount his life story to Walton. Victor's tale starts with his idyllic childhood in Geneva, Switzerland. He is fascinated by the works of alchemists and scientists, which leads him to pursue the study of natural philosophy at the University of Ingolstadt. His obsession with unlocking the secrets of life and conquering death leads him to conduct a series of experiments, ultimately resulting in the creation of a humanoid creature. Upon bringing the creature to life, Victor is horrified by its appearance and abandons it, fleeing from his apartment in terror. The creature, left to fend for itself, faces rejection and hostility from society due to its grotesque appearance. Despite its physical deformities, the creature is intelligent and learns to read and speak by observing a family in a remote cottage. The creature, who becomes known as Frankenstein's monster, longs for companionship and acceptance. However, his attempts to connect with humans end in tragedy, as they react with fear and hostility. The monster becomes increasingly bitter and vengeful, swearing revenge on his creator for bringing him into a world that rejects him. Victor, haunted by guilt and the consequences of his actions, falls ill and returns to Geneva. He receives a letter informing him of the death of his youngest brother, William. Victor returns home and discovers that his creature is responsible for the murder. The monster seeks revenge against Victor for abandoning him and vows to make his creator's life miserable. As the narrative unfolds, Victor's life unravels further. He faces the moral and emotional repercussions of creating life without considering the consequences. The novel delves into themes of parental responsibility, the consequences of playing God, and the impact of societal rejection on an individual. The narrative takes a dark turn as Victor refuses to create a companion for the monster, fearing the consequences of bringing another creature like him into the world. The monster, in retaliation, begins to systematically destroy Victor's life, causing the deaths of those closest to him. Victor is tormented by guilt and the realization that he cannot escape the consequences of his actions. The novel reaches its climax in the Arctic, where Victor, pursued by his creation, faces the consequences of his hubris. The story takes an introspective turn as the creature confronts Victor about the misery and suffering it has endured due to its creator's abandonment. The monster articulates the loneliness and despair that led to its violent actions, revealing its humanity despite its grotesque appearance. In a tragic twist, Victor succumbs to exhaustion and illness, and Walton finds him near death on the sled. Victor implores Walton to continue the pursuit of knowledge, but warns against the dangers of unchecked scientific ambition. Victor dies, and Walton decides to turn back from his expedition, recognizing the destructive consequences of unbridled pursuit of knowledge. The novel concludes with the monster mourning over Victor's body and expressing its intention to end its own life. The creature disappears into the Arctic darkness, leaving its fate ambiguous. Frankenstein is a seminal work that transcends its Gothic origins, touching on profound philosophical and ethical questions. Mary Shelley's novel challenges the boundaries between creator and creation, exploring the impact of scientific discovery on morality and humanity. The tragic tale of Victor Frankenstein and his creature serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of playing God and the responsibilities that come with the power to create life. The novel remains a timeless exploration of human nature, morality, and the consequences of unchecked scientific ambition.